Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I did uh, one of these videos. I think the last one I did was on turfs, so it was probably not the most positive and uplifting of videos. Um, well, it's been a long time, so a lot of things have happened. It's been up and down and all sorts of craziness, but it comes with the journey. Right now, I am currently in Ottawa for work. Anastasia and Harley aren't with me. They are back home, safe and sound. Um, and I miss them very much. I'm here because, well, I make more money here. So, and plus I get to drive big yellow buses while I'm here, so it's like a win-win. But the only thing is I'm away from my baby and I'm away from my love. So, um, since the last video, which I believe was in June of 2017, right now it's February 12th of 2018, a lot of things have happened. First of all, we had, like, what I covered in that video, we had some run-ins with some individuals that are known as TERFs. That was unpleasant. After that video was made, we had a group of them, how can I put it, like harassing us, making sure that they were like messaging us on our videos or whatever and saying whatever stupid stuff that they say. But over time, they went away, which was a good thing. So, um, that was it was good to get out of that because some people don't realize that words do hurt, and I know they don't care, but it is whatever it is. But with them gone, it was able to, like, a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God, we don't have to deal with this for at least a while, type thing. So, as you can see, I'm, I'm looking better. I don't always feel that way, but again, part of the journey. But the biggest thing for me is right around when that last video was made, I had seen my nurse who handles my transition, and he began to fill out the paperwork for my surgery and sent it off to OHIP to get the approval. And unfortunately, when the approval was supposed to come in, it didn't come in. There were some clerical issues, I guess, and it dragged out, dragged out, dragged out, dragged out. Then finally, all those issues got caught, all those issues got fixed, and I finally officially got my approval from OHIP at the end of September. So after that, it was close to the end of October when I got my package in from the clinic that will be doing the surgery in Montreal. And there's a ton of stuff in there that's got to be filled out by the doctor, the nurse, some stuff I had to fill out, and just a ton of stuff. So we got everything filled out by, I think it was December 15th. Like, everything was filled out, everything that needed to be done was done, got all sent in. And then just before Christmas, like just before the Christmas holiday season started, we got email from the clinic saying, hey, we're missing this, this, and this. I'm like, oh my God, like, really? Like, not another delay. So I got a hold of the clinic. The clinic ended up getting that paperwork that needed to be done, filled out or missing, or whatever the issue was specifically, got it faxed in. And I got confirmation from the clinic that, yes, in fact, they have gotten everything and it's been moved on to the next department. So now I'm currently just waiting to hear for an actual surgery date. So, excuse me. Um, It's been a very frustrating and depressing experience. But I'm so close now, and I'm just trying to hold on a little longer. And it's strange because as we move forward and as we get closer and closer to actually having, okay, on this day is when it's going to happen, I'm getting more and more scared. And I'm not scared for the fact that, um, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm doing the right thing. There is no question in my mind about that. But I'm not a big fan of needles. I'm not a big fan of hospitals. I'm not a big fan of any of that stuff. So I'm getting like nervous that way. So I'm just like trying to get myself to the point where just get there and deal with the next step after that. So things at home, which I'm not at right now, um, have been bumpy. Not relationship wise or anything, but we've had a lot of unnecessary stresses put on our family, especially for Anastasia, and it's been it's been challenging. Uh, Anastasia ended up getting pulled from work because her back's in really bad shape now, and she will not be working anymore because her back is in really bad shape. So that's created a lot of stress for her. Harley, well, Harley is doing fantastic. She's walking. She's not able to climb up on things yet, but she's able to get off the couch, and she's becoming so much more mobile, which means we have to chase her around so much more. um, but she is such a beautiful little girl. I am so lucky to be her mom, and I hope I can do her proud. And when I'm sad, and it's happened a lot lately, um, I look at her, and it reminds me of what's important in life. Anastasia has done the best that she can at this point in time to try and help me and support me, like, from different stressors that I've been facing and frustrations and things like that. But like I said, Anastasia has a lot on her plate. Um, my voice is still an absolute train wreck. Uh, it's at the point where uh, if I hear it, and like example, when I watch this video, I'm gonna cringe through the whole thing because of my voice, and it's so bad now. Like, yeah, my skin crawls. And another frustration is that I have a voice therapist, and like the top notch for what I need, like the top. But because of some financial issues that we've been running into, I haven't been able to see her very much. So, and that makes it difficult. She does give me like training exercises or what I call homework, and I've been really slacking on that. That's on me. Um, like Anastasia said, you have to do your practicing, and she's right. Um, I guess because of my funk or my depression or whatever, I can't find the motivation to do it, and I hate my voice so much. I just want it to be better. I just want it to be fixed. Um, so there's been that. I've also found I'm at a point now that I'm conflicted with some decisions I'm gonna have to make in the future for myself. Um, I don't know which way I want to go. I don't know what I exactly want to do. Uh, I have been starting to think about feminizing my face, but with surgery. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I need to. If I don't like, then I've also been thinking about getting the girls worked on. Again, I don't know. Like I want to, and then I don't want to. So it's been really hard to try and work through that. There's been a few times I've reached out to people to try and get feedback from them, and unfortunately, majority of my so-called friends um, aren't very helpful. I have a group of girls, ladies, that have really stepped up in the last 2 months, 3 months, because I was in a really bad place, and they, I don't know, wanted to help. And that's oversimplifying it so very much. Um, and I'm so thankful for them. It's what people don't realize is how hard it is to do what I and other girls like me are doing. First, you have to have enough confidence and enough strength and enough support to be able to move forward with transitioning and face society's naysayers and being smited and all the negativity that comes from it. Also, for me, my biggest challenge is finding me. I lived 37 years in a lie, and you lie enough, you keep saying the same lie long enough, ends up becoming true for you. And that's where I'm at. I've been really honestly struggling with my past, with my costume years. Um, I look at pictures now of him, and it's strange because it's very foreign seeing it, but it bothers me a tremendous amount too. It's I literally have to push myself to look at him. Um, my self-esteem, unfortunately, has not been where it probably should be. Um, aside from my voice insecurities, physically, I don't know if something's happened lately or what's going on, but when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see me as much. I see him. And that's hard. That's really hard to deal with. So, unfortunately, because my self esteem's so very low, it's created a depression and it's kind of put me in a mental state that's probably not very healthy. And if it doesn't get addressed, it's going to be dangerous. Uh, again, I'm trying to work through it, and I got a couple good people that are trying to help me through it. Uh, I just want to be where I've injured myself here, and I wish that I didn't have to go through all the things I'm going through to get there. Uh, my womanhood is extremely important to me. I cherish it. Um, I fight for it. I cry for it. I've even bled for it. Um, and it's hard because I'm closer than I've ever been in my life, ever. Physically, mentally, even my voice has improved a little bit. As much as I hate saying that, um, emotionally, but at the same time, I feel like I'm the furthest away I've ever been, which doesn't make any sense because I can go get pictures of him, and yeah. Um, when we hit my 2 year anniversary of me coming out, I ended up doing a transition video to kind of show what the last 2 years has been like. And I have to sit and watch that video often to remind myself, look how far you've come. Because I forget too easily, and I don't know what I can do to fix that. It is what it is. Um, I don't I don't wish this on nobody. It is not a fun thing to go through. It is filled with really, really big challenges. And I know life in general has its challenges, but this is so much worse. The payoff at the end is going to be worth it. I'm about, I'd say about almost 2 years now that I've been medically transitioning, and I don't want to sit here and go, oh, poor pitiful me, look at blah blah blah, but I do wish I was further. But again, you are at the mercy of the hormones, and that takes time. Another thing I want to touch on from my experiences is, aside from the turf individuals that I've had to deal with, again, I've ran into a couple people of God telling me what they think, telling me what apparently God thinks about me, things like that, which I've been dealing with for quite a long time. But the one thing that was kind of new was I've had some confrontations with other trans women. And one in particular said something that really got under my skin. She was complaining about a few issues, and I retorted to her that, you know, sometimes things take time. Sometimes, there's hiccups. Trust me, I know. I've faced them a ton so far. And she didn't particularly care for what I had to say. And then turned around, and again, I'm paraphrasing here, and said that us cookie cutter trans women, referring to me and girls that are like me, get it easy. And I'm like, oh my god, really? I don't suffer like you suffer, maybe not to the extent you do, but I also handle my transition differently as well. Um, so that was a little discouraging, to say the least. When your own community you have to watch your back with is bad. It's really bad. We should be helping each other. And then again, some of my interactions with some of the other the people that are fighting for our rights and are more vocal and out there. Some of them, I think, are walking a very dangerous line right now. It's funny because I've had it thrown my way, how all I am is a man that's trying to infringe on women's rights and blah 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 blah, and that's ludicrous because I've put myself in danger to protect the sanctity of my sister's safe places, because I'm the one transitioning. I'm the one that's one foot on this side and then one foot on this side. I have to make smart choices. I have to do things that aren't necessarily comfortable for me, but is the right thing for the other women. But apparently I'm just a man, which I fucking hate. Another thing I found that's come up a few times from conversations with people and things is how a lot of people say, well, or make kind of a reference to, oh, you want it to be a girl. No. Physically, yes, I am trying to physically change myself to align it to who I am. I was always a girl. I just was born in a bit of a different body, and unfortunately, to fix that problem, you just can't snap your fingers and then da-da, everything's a-okay. It doesn't work that way. So, um, I've also reached a point in my transition that certain appendages are really, really driving me nuts. Um, it's becoming harder and harder and harder to deal with that. So I'm trying to patiently wait for my surgery so that could get fixed. Um, I just want to be me. That's it. I want to sound like me. I want to look like me. I I I just want to get there, and sometimes it just is so overwhelming of how much I still have to do to get there. Another thing for me, aside from Anastasia, Anastasia is a doll, and without her, I wouldn't be where I am. That's the truth. I don't feel pretty very often. Again, some of the onus falls on my shoulders, but I feel more like a thing more than a pretty girl. So, uh, that's kind of been my life up to this point. Uh, there's been some good, there's been some bad. I'm trying to keep moving forward and not give up. I'm hoping I can start achieving some of the things I desperately need. And I really do hope if anybody does see this that's in my shoes, it can inspire them, it can give them hope. Because there's times that it feels so dark and so overwhelming. Uh, I'm going to try to be a little more. Uh, I'm going to try to do these a little more consistently because there's been a huge gap. But again, I want something to talk about. I just don't want to blab, kind of like I did today. But I wanted to do one, and I hope you liked it. Um, for me, thank you to all the girls out there who have gone above and beyond, helping me, supporting me, encouraging me, pushing me. And you know who each one of you are. Without you, again, it would make this so much more difficult. Until we get to talk again, and hopefully next time, my video, I actually have a date, and then we can talk about that. um, I hope everyone does okay. I hope everyone has love in their lives and some kind of support. Thank you to everybody who has showed me and Anastasia support. We appreciate it, and it makes a difference. So till I see everybody in the YouTube world again, take care of each other and love each other, and remember, love always wins.